Welcome back to the Skylounge Talk. I'm Fabian, and to my left is Hyde from Hyde Motor Works.
Hey, welcome back.
Today we give you again some insights of Hyde Motor Works, and in the last session we talked about the colors of the kits, and we knew the developers of the kits gave them the colors. So who are the persons? Who's Werner? Tell me a little bit about
Okay,
Werner.
so
How you met him?
Warner is he's a good friend of mine actually. We have quite a few engineers, and it'll be rather unjust if I just don't mention that. Warner's a great guy, good friend of mine. Now we have quite a few engineers. We have them in Australia, USA. We have in France. We have in Ireland. We have in Denmark, etc., etc. In Germany, what you have. Now Warner himself is sorry. UK. No, Warner is actually a good friend of mine. Meanwhile, he's the engineer and who created the WMD project as well as Nemesis.
The Nemesis and WMD.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then we can see. Both are upcoming kits, right?
Actually, the WMD, well, it's been released already in
Okay.
a small. Last time on our last show, you saw we had a small batch of them already
Yes.
produced, the red kits.
Yes, the
That
red
was
kits.
that was
the
WMD.
powerful kits.
Yes, well,
Yeah,
the
sure.
red power. And so those kits, they're coming now back in stock in a few months. Production's going to finish up after powder coating all what you have. And the Nemesis is also coming right now. We're doing the CADs and such in Australia for them.
Great, nice.
The Nemesis is for the Nebraska N42, N46, and the M engines. You know, the engines, most people complain about having a timing chain issue. They're actually very reliable. I have one of them myself. They're reliable engines. They can handle a good, 70, 100 plus horsepower, something like this. They're okay. They're not bad. Just take care of the engine, folks, and the engine will take care of you.
It's
It's
all about
always
the
a give and
service.
take. It's all about the service.
Yes, all-
Change your oil every 2,000 kilometers or 5 if you can.
So who do we had as next? We had Keith, right? I
Oh, yes.
I saw an interview with this blue E36 and an old guy. Keith is he's old, pretty old.
Senior citizen, Keith.
Tell me more about him. He's coming to Germany, right?
Keith is coming to Germany in a few months, actually. So by summer this year, June, July, something like that, he shall be here. And it's his first time around. He does have originally German ancestry. Okay, so Keith's actually from US, New Jersey. He's based out of New Jersey. I know Keith for a good part of 7-8 years now. He was the first engineer in the company when we were still growing the company a decade or so ago. I discovered Keith in an internet forum out of all places, believe it or not.
So you met him from internet forum.
From the internet forum.
You did like internet strangers, like
Exactly.
meeting. You met a random people
Yeah.
or guy there, and
Yeah.
now he's working for you.
Not just that, he's actually one of my best friends, believe it or not. And you make friends, you meet people where you don't expect to meet them, and that's just how things work. You cannot just go out and today I'm gonna find my best friend, this and that. But he's a great guy. So is Warner. I know Warner for last 3-something years now, 3-4 years now. Keith I know much longer. Both stand up guys, great guys, and they come up with great stuff. And the way I discovered Keith was on this forum, and he came around and built this thing. And that time I was looking to get ideas to make a new kit around something else. And Keith came around and built this thing. Was a M90 supercharged with a Firebird M90 supercharger on this BMW.
Sounds like the V3 kit, right?
Yeah, which
Oh,
became
sure.
the V3
Yeah,
kit.
okay,
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly. It was the V3 kit.
Was it his first kit?
Yes, it was. It was. And we started chatting and communicating, and before you know it, we have a V3 kit. We go, I said, okay, let's partner up, let's team up, join our efforts together.
How old was he at this time?
Well, I think Keith would have been at that time in his mid-40s, late 40s.
Mid-40s. So we have a guy there with an E36 building supercharger kit for his BMW. And then how much horsepower does the M90 give to this?
Well, the M90 is just a small blower. No, it's just 1.5 liters. Let's say efficiency 65%, but no engine is fully efficient.
So
No
like
supercharger, nothing is fully
Round
efficient.
about 300.
So I would say around just over 300, and he pushed it to the limits. I think 12 psi, certain psi's. That kit was refined more and more. However, what we did really was with the V3, we came up with the M1 kit.
That's my question. Who said or thought it would be smart? Okay, I have like 300 power on my rear. Let's double it. Who was that stupid kid? Like, it is stupid. We
Absolutely.
can't double it. Just double. Okay, let's double it. Sure, why not?
Triple it.
It's boring.
Triple it. Triple it. That's my idea.
Your idea. Okay.
So the reason is our kids. Maybe we'll talk about it in another episode. First time I developed a kit was a V1, then the V2, and it was used the ST14 superchargers. They're old Wankel made, originally designed here in Germany, Korb, Wankel AG. It's a German design. Mercedes wanted to use them back in the 80s, but they couldn't. They had to go with the Ettons because Toyota Ogura Clutch, they had the license to produce those in Japan. And long story short, not enough supply to meet the demand for Mercedes, so they went with Ettons. Ettons are better. They're both dual rotor designs, and then you have lobes, tri-lobes, quad lobes, and the way it's twisted. Remember, these are roots, not a twin screw. Now, most people have no idea what they're talking about, so you have to know what it is. So it comes down, and you have to learn about it. A lot of people just, I hear this and I hear that. So comes down to it. So he builds this kit. I say, listen, we have to come up with something big, powerful, bigger than anybody else there. Something that can really hold its own ground.
So this is the flagship of Hyde Motor Works.
This is the flagship. This not only uses the M1 22H, it can use a TVS 2300, a 2.8 liter or a 3 liter, 2.9 liter supercharger, being a Ken Bell or a Whipple. There's no other kit in the market that can push you 30 psi. Not even commercial grade turbo kits will push you that, if your engine can hold it. So it took us 1.5 years to develop that thing.
1.5 years. It's not. If you think about it, it's not that long to get a kit, triple the horsepower, and create a flagship and masterpiece of BMW. There are some brands who tune the M series with 600, 700, maybe close to 800 PS. But that's quite insane to get an E36 on this high horsepower.
It comes down to what you start with. If you start with, let's say, 100 horsepower, you have to take it like, okay, what are you breathing in right now? Your lungs. That's 1 atmosphere. Let's just call it 14 pounds per square. So that's 40 psi. So say 1 bar. It's 1 atmosphere. Naturally aspirated engine it's just a glorified vacuum pump, the engine.
Yeah. Sure.
It is. So, so it can take that much, naturally sucks it in. Now, it's only 70% efficient, not even a Formula 1 car, which you have to heat up the night before the engine, so it's not all, otherwise it's not even going to move distance. So, it's not, there are clearance and all such things, so that's the efficiency range. What happens when you increase the amount of air going inside it? Now, we have kits from competitors priced 2-3 times more. These things cap out at 9 psi, 10 psi. The M1, just for example, you start off, you bolt it on, no pulleys, no nothing. This supercharger comes from a 700 horsepower GT500. It's used on the 5.4 liter V8 Ford modular engine, as well as the Trinity 5.8 liter. Huge superchargers.
Yeah.
And these things, you put it on, just put it on, you have 1 bar of boost. So you start with the engine that's 100 horsepower. If you put 1 more atmosphere, technically you're seeing 200 horses.
Yeah.
Now start with a 300 horsepower engine, put a bar in there, you're seeing 600. More power you start with, the more power you get out of it.
Yeah, sure.
And this kit is right now in Rev 2, Generation 2. It can support these bigger ones. The first generation only supported the M122H, which caps out at 650 horses. Keith's car can support up to 1200.
1200. Jesus
We have
Christ.
close to 25k worth of parts in that engine.
Yeah. This
it's
is
insane.
crazy because he's like now, how old is he?
I think he is in his 50s, mid 50s, something
He's
like
in
this.
his mid 50s, and just imagine he drives it daily. So he drives daily in rocket, and he's like, okay, he's down to 650 horsepower, but he says, yeah, it's good for a daily. It's good. Just imagine a 50-year-old man saying, yeah, 650 horsepower is good for a daily. And I guess we should stop it right here because it's getting very long this time. And
Oh yeah. Hey, you ask the questions, pal.
I hope we see you next time because there are some questions to get more inside of Hyde Motor Works here open.
All right. Until next time.
See you. Bye.
Bye.